Good afternoon to everybody, or good morning, wherever you are across this globe. If you think about it, really, we do have countries in this world that have already entered into 2025. Absolutely. The first country in the world that is the furthest ahead of everybody in terms of time is a place called Karibash. Karibash. And then after them, of course, you have the likes of New Zealand, Australia, Japan, South Korea, and of course, you keep going west. And that is why, in another 10 hours or so, 11 hours from now, you have Jamaica. And of course, eastern parts of the United States also will be experiencing the new year of 2025. Welcome, everybody. I hope you all are doing well. If you guys haven't already, I encourage you please to hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary as well. So leave your comments below as well. And in addition to all of that as well, use the super chat feature so that we can be able to enhance, grow this platform as well. That would be greatly appreciated. Sean Answer says, big up, Simon. Big up. Hope you're doing well. Before I get to the point of this video, I want to highlight just one thing. Just one thing I want to highlight before I get into the details of this video in particular. All right. So hear me out. Do you know what is the most watched TV show, the number one ranked TV show in the world right now? Well, the number one ranked TV show in the world right now is called Squid Game. On Boxing Day this year, Squid Game Season 2 was released. Season 1 was back in 2021. Season 1 and Season 2 garnered millions and, dare I say, billions of viewership. It captivated audiences from all across the globe. And you have to watch it to understand the magnitude of what that show has done to the world. But there's a point that I want to highlight from this season, the second season of Squid Game. Before the second game started and the players entered the game room, you'd see that there are flags all around the game room. Now, according to the United Nations, you have over 190 odd countries, which is true because, for example, Martinique and Guadeloupe, they're not considered countries, they're departments of France. We could say we have over 200 lands in the world, right? So let me stick with countries. Of the over 190 countries that are in the world, the Jamaican flag was featured in Squid Game, the most watched, the most viewed television show on the planet presently. And the Jamaican flag was featured not for 1 second, not for 2 seconds, not for 3 seconds, not for 4 seconds, not for 5 seconds, but a bit longer as well. The Jamaican flag was featured in the most watched show in the world. So just think about that for a moment, what that means for brand Jamaica. Jamaica being represented in the biggest TV show in the world. What it will do when persons say, that's the Jamaican flag. Or be curious, what flag is that? What that means as well. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And that is why you, being a Jamaican, whether you were born on the island, whether your parents were born on the island, whether your grandparents were born on the island, or even your great-grandparents were born on the island, you accept and you acknowledge how special it is to be a Jamaican. Are we perfect as human beings? No, we're not. But we do our best each and every day to strive to improve and be better at our craft, right? Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. But what is it that unites everybody? What is it that unites all of us watching this video right now? We're Jamaicans. That's what unites every single one of us. Okay? That unites every single one of us. We're Jamaicans. that unites all of us. That is why you're watching this video. That is why heading into 2025, you are, as the title suggests in this video, the time is now. And you acknowledge and you appreciate that 2025 is the most important year of our life to date. And just look at the comments and look what it means as well. Jarvis Paris with the Jamaican flag, Mr. Galaxy 2025 is near. I'm sure everybody watching this video right now loves Jamaica. And it's fair that you have your opinion and how you feel about certain things. I don't think somebody can impact or tell you how you should feel. But what I can say is this. Is it fair to say that we all want the same thing? Broadly speaking, absolutely. We want November 15, 2025 to come, and we're celebrating a qualification to the World Cup. We're celebrating a moment that many of us watching this video right now, the last time that we saw a moment of this nature, we were 3 or 4 or 5 or 9 or 10. We want to have tears of joy. We want to pump our fist into the air and celebrate. What a moment it would be to do it at home as well, at the National Stadium, when that referee blows the full-time whistle, to have spectators engage in that moment in a safe manner, of course. Of course, security will have to be absolutely sharp, like they always have been at the National Stadium. But the point I'm making is this. There's no greater feeling than having your country succeed. There's no greater feeling than representing your country. And as I've said before, every single one of us have a role to play in this process. It's time to unite. It's time to unite. Whether you're a Chinese Jamaican, an Indian Jamaican, a white Jamaican, a black Jamaican, whether you're a mixed race with 2 of those ethnicities I mentioned, or 3 of those ethnicities, or even all 4 of those ethnicities that I made mention, it's time to unite. And it is as simple and as straightforward as that. Look at our national team. Look at the diversity. Yesterday's video, which I encourage you to watch as well, spoke about the experience that has been garnered, right? We spoke about the experience that has been garnered over time. Croy Anderson winning his first medal for Jamaica at 19, Dexter at 20, Kaheem Dixon 19, Jamali Wade 25, Shaquan Davis 23, a number of the players, Dishon Bernard 23, Lati Badir 24, a lot of the players in the squad winning their first medal for Jamaica this calendar year who are in their early 20s or late teens. So you put all of that together, right? We spoke about the ages, but look at the diversity of the squad as well. And the unity that comes together. Yes, it is true that maybe not culturally, but you could say maybe ethnicity, maybe different backgrounds. You look at a Dexter Limbikisa born to a Jamaican mother and a Congolese father. You look at, for example, a Greg Lee born to a Jamaican dad and a Bahamian mom. You look at, for an example, Joel Latibodir, a Scottish mom and a Jamaican dad. You look at, for an example, myself, born in St. Andrew, Jamaican, maternal side Indian, paternal side English. So it just goes to show the diversity that you have within Jamaica as well. And despite all the diversities, the unity that we have as a team, as culturally, we're Jamaicans. The food, the music, the culture, that's how we grew up, and that's why whenever we're in camps, it's always a great vibe, a great energy, a great unity, a great togetherness, great energy. And that is something that will never, ever be divided. So again, I want you to look at the title of this video. Look at the title again of this video. And I've made mention about all hands on deck, and even when you analyze a comment like what Berta was saying, I stress again the importance of all stakeholders. The time is now. The time is now. The 12th man, they know their role, home and away, to be there for the Reggae Boys. The players, they know exactly their responsibility to get 3 points in every single game in World Cup qualifying, right? We know that from the coaching staff, the technical staff, the support staff, the respective roles that they have in preparing the team for the upcoming matches, qualifiers, tournaments, administration in organizing all of those elements for all national teams. Pika in naturalizing players of Jamaican heritage so that they can have Jamaican passports. Because remember, you cannot represent Jamaica without a Jamaican passport. So I stress the point that all stakeholders play a very, very important role. There's not one that you could say, oh, it is a more should never be viewed as inferior or superior, because everybody has an important role. All of these areas are incredibly, incredibly, incredibly important. 2025 is the most important year of our lives to date, because that is the year where World Cup qualification is secured. 2025 is the year that should be remembered as the best year of our lives to date. To date. We know exactly what the calendar year has in store, right? President of the Jamaica Football Federation, Mr. Michael Ricketts, highlighted discussions regarding some friendly internationals in February. We're awaiting to get confirmation on those elements. We know what March is like, the Gold Cup prelims, home and away against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We know June 7 against the British Virgin Islands away in World Cup qualifying, and June 10 against Guatemala at home. We know after that is the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Granted, we have to qualify via the Gold Cup prelims first. And we know September, October, and November 2025, the final round of World Cup qualifying. 3 groups, 4 teams in each group. The group winner of each of those 3 groups qualify for the World Cup. Mr. Galaxy, the priority for 2025 has to be and is World Cup qualification. That is the priority. That is the priority. 2024, what was the most important thing that we did in 2024? 6 points in our opening 2 games in World Cup qualifying. That was the most important thing we did in 2024. If it was not 6 points, then it would mean 1 year of anxiety, 1 year of frustration, and perhaps even a scenario where we need to hope for that result or that result. No. Nothing like that. Fate in our own hands. The most important thing accomplished in 2024 was accomplished. 6 points from 2 games in World Cup qualifying. That was the most important thing we accomplished in 2024, followed by winning our first medal in 7 years. So 2025, it's the most important thing. Well, we're 8 games away from a World Cup. That is how close we are. Remember when we had 20 games to qualify for a World Cup? Remember the 98 campaign? We took on Suriname home and away. We took on Barbados home and away. We had a semi-final round of 6 games, which made it 10. And then we had a final round of 10 games. 10 plus 10 is 20. We needed 20 games. We had 20 games to qualify for the World Cup in 98. And now it's 10 games and we've played 2 of those games. So you know what that means? That means we're 8 games from the World Cup. That is how close we are. So that in itself should give you all the encouragement you need, all the enthusiasm, the excitement, the thrill of wanting to push the team over the line towards 2026. You know if you need, Simon, what is the date of this game? What is the date of that game? Simon, where is that match going to be played? You know that you can rely on me on that. So that is why you should be saying to yourself, what am I doing? What am I doing to help us get over the line and to the World Cup? What am I doing? Because you want to be there in 2026, holding your Jamaican flag, wearing your Jamaican colours, and celebrating your nation, our nation, at the World Cup. So think to yourself, can I get some time off in March, June, September, October, November? The FIFA windows are clear, and we know the dates of those windows. So now it's up to you to make sure that you are in that stadium, home or away, towards our World Cup qualification. Look at our national players and the captions that they have on Instagram for our last 3 home games. The Cuba game, the Honduras game, and the United States game. Do you know what they said? They said it was one of the best atmospheres they played in their entire professional career. That's what some of them wrote. And it wasn't necessarily 35,000 people. It was close, but it wasn't 35,000. So imagine, corked to the rafters, what that would be like. Now, that would be an atmosphere, wouldn't it? Absolutely. Absolutely, 150 million %. So again, ask yourself, what can I do? If I can't be at the National Stadium, can I help out my little brother or little sister or my cousin or my uncle who's on the island and buy 2 tickets for him so that he can go? Because I know that he can go. Versus you that might live in the United States or Canada or the UK that know at that particular time of the year you might not have the ability or get the time to travel. But you know what? I can go on jff.quapi.com and I can purchase 2 grandstand tickets for a family member of mine or a brethren of mine. So process that as we go into the last few hours of 2024. Reflection is important. Reflection is very, very important. We all want 2025 to be a special year. And I've just given you an idea of how 2025 can be that special year. You know what you need to do, right? Every home game, find your way to the National Stadium. For the away games, once the venues are announced for the respective stadiums or venues, you also know where you need to be as well. It's important. It's very, 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 very important. So let us factor that in. How does that sound? How does that sound? Well, you know as well that you can be able to use that super chat feature to show your support and love for this channel as well. As you know, this platform is about accuracy, reliability, and credibility. You already know that this platform is about my love for Jamaica. 2016, 2016 was the first time a video was done on this platform. And you know me, I'm a tenacious person. Never give up. Never give up, and everything else falls into place in time. I'm sure you recognize that. I'm sure that you see that. So it just goes to show what can be accomplished. And I'm never going to give up. We have something that we have to achieve in 2025. Ty says, bless up Simon. So we know what we have to do, right? Everybody. Again, All stakeholders are important. So think about it again. The 12th man being in the stadium, being at home and away games. The coaching staff, technical staff, they know what they have to do in terms of preparing the team, in terms of the whatever it might be, tactical, physical, and all of those elements. The support staff, same role as well. The administration organizing all national teams for 2025. Senior men, senior women, and of course the junior teams, right? Corporate Jamaica with the sponsorship that they give, right? PICA with the role that they play in naturalizing players of Jamaican heritage. Everyone has a role to play, okay? Everyone has a role to play. So again, think to yourself and say, which stakeholder group am I in? And again, if you're not physically in Jamaica, what can I do? You say, okay, I might not be able to come to Jamaica in March, but I can get 2 tickets for my uncle who lives close to the stadium. And guess what? Every single one of us have auntie, uncle, cousin on the island. Every single one of us. Every single one of us. So I just gave you a suggestion right there. And trust me, it will pay off. The numbers do pay off. Because having 35,000 people in a national stadium in the World Cup qualifiers, June, September, October, will pay dividends. And come November 15, 2025, I'm going to come back to this video and say thank you. Thank you for the role that you played in this process. Because you played an important role in Jamaica getting maximum points in World Cup qualifying matches. Okay? You play that role. You're the reason. So never feel inferior. Because you're not. One, you're a Jamaican. You know what's the last 4 letters of Jamaican? I-C-A-N. What does that spell? I can. You have the ability. Don't let anybody in this world tell you you don't. Okay? Don't. Don't let anybody say, oh, because you are this or you're that. No. Jamaicans have accomplished some amazing things in this world. Amazing things in this world. Whether born in Jamaica or per someone who has Jamaican heritage. Jamaicans have achieved amazing things in this world. Do you know who built the Panama Canal? Jamaicans. Do you know who rebuilt England after World War II? Jamaicans. Do you know who rebuilt the United States after World War II? Jamaicans. Do you know who built Canada? Jamaicans. Did you know that you have a Jamaican in every single country in this world? Why is that? Why is that despite the cold, despite different circumstances, that we're able to succeed? Because we're resilient people and we don't stop until we accomplish what we need to do. And even after we've accomplished that goal, we go on to the next one and next one. So you are special. You are important. You are precious. Johnny Paul, enough respect to you, man. And all the best. So yes, 2025 is close. Very, very close. And the time is now. The time is now in relation to switching the thinking to unity. Unity. Remember, we're 8 games from a World Cup. That is how close we are. 8 games, as in 4 plus 4, 8. By the time the Gold Cup comes around, it'll be 6 games from the World Cup. At the end of September of 2025, will be 4 games from a World Cup. Okay? Because that is how close we are. Yeah, very close. Just let that sink in for a moment. Okay? Important. Okay? Imran, it's Jamaica against St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as I made mentioned earlier in this video. Jamaica against St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Gold Cup prelims. Trinidad will be playing Cuba in the Gold Cup prelims, home and away. The winner on aggregate advances to the group stages of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Okay? So let that stay with everybody. Good. Everybody, you all know what you're getting on this platform. Accuracy, reliability, credibility, and positivity. Seeing Jamaica go as far as it can in this football, having the first thing when you hear the word Jamaica, you want football, you want reggae boys, reggae girls to be on the lips of people. When people think Jamaica, I want them to think and say, oh, brilliant football team, exquisite. We're getting there. The consistency, and when you say to somebody, oh, I'm from Jamaica, and then their response is, oh, Jamaica, great football team, men and women. We're getting there. We're not far. We're not far. In fact, we're 8 games from a World Cup. Very close. Are you ready? Well, I am. So, get ready for the next year. My fellow Jamaicans in the United States, Canada, the UK, Germany, Holland, Cayman Islands, across the Caribbean. My fellow Jamaicans watching this video right now, again, living outside of Jamaica. Analyze your circumstances. And if you physically can't be there for home games, think about what you can do. Buying 2 bleachers, 2 grandstand tickets, 2 VIP tickets for a family member or a friend, so that the support is there and the experience continues. We're so close. We are so close, folks, from a World Cup. And you can help us get there by your attendance at every game. Thank you everybody for watching this video. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary right now. The hours are winding down to 2025. I'm wishing everybody all the best for the new year. Wishing everybody good health, happiness, and success. For everybody watching this video right now. And in 11 months from now, to have smiles on our faces, tears of joy, jubilation, and for us to become an egalitarian state, united. And that's the power of football, uniting all of us together and qualify for the greatest show on earth, the FIFA World Cup. Okay? So let's do it.